What is going on, everyone? It is Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. And today we're going to be doing another Q&A video for you guys. You guys really enjoy these, and I wanted to make one because I haven't done one in about 2 weeks. And I always like answering your questions. You know, you guys come up with a lot of good suggestions and questions. So here we go. Before I get started, just want to update you guys. The holidays are coming up. There hasn't been any Injustice 2 news. That's why I haven't been doing too many news-related videos. The only thing I will let you guys in on is Tyler Lansdowne, who is one of the community managers for NetherRealm Studios. He had said that NetherRealm has a lot of plans for Injustice 2 come 2017. So pretty vague answer there. He just left it to, he didn't want to get people's hopes up. He just said 2017 things are coming for Injustice 2. Obviously, the game is supposed to come out early 2017, so that's a given, but hopefully we start seeing some character reveals early in 2017. So that's all we have for news, as of late. So before I get started answering the questions, just want to give you guys a quick favor, or ask you guys for a quick favor. If you guys could please leave a like rating on the video. You guys have been amazing since like December started, when I started asking for likes and stuff, because YouTube is still broken. The channel has actually been doing a lot better than it did in November, which I really appreciate, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you guys so much. But now let's get on to the actual question. So first one comes from James, and he asks, will my favorite character Constantine still have a chance to be in Injustice 2? And well, James, I can tell you that I am 95% sure, actually 94% sure that Constantine will be in Injustice 2. There has been too many teases by Ed Boon. He actually won a poll, one of Ed Boon's polls, as a favorite character for Injustice 2. And I think he is well within his way to being in Injustice 2. He was very important in the Injustice storyline, and I think him being added into Injustice 2 will be awesome. So I will tell you this, in my opinion, I really do think that Constantine will be in Injustice 2. So moving on here, Cade asks, what is your favorite piece of video game related music or soundtrack? Man, that is so hard because there are so many amazing soundtracks for video games, but I'm a fighting game player myself, and my favorite music in fighting game, just because I grew up on this, is the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 songs for each different stages, and of course for the character select screen. In my opinion, those songs, if anyone hears them who has ever played a fighting game, they will probably automatically recognize that that's from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's how iconic those songs in that game are, and I think those are my favorite songs in any video games. Of course, like Killer Instinct, oh my god, Killer Instinct, the soundtrack for Killer Instinct is just out of this world amazing. Cinder's theme is one of the most hype songs of all time. I actually used it in a video recently with Overwatch, and Soldier 76 just going crazy with him. It was awesome. It was kind of an excuse for me to use that song because I love it so much. So, but to answer your question, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 soundtrack for me. Sala asks, do you think Beast Boy shape-shifting abilities will be limited? And if so, what main animals do you think will be produced? I definitely would say that his shape-shifting would be limited. I don't know what animals they would limit it to. I would probably say maybe 4 animals, because if you have the 4 directional buttons, maybe you could choose, maybe your trait could be you turning into an animal, whatever animal they implement in the game. And of course, with each direction of the buttons, you could choose which one you want. So as far as animals, I have no idea. I would like to see a bear in there. That would be pretty cool. I think maybe a giant gorilla, like Gorilla Grodd, because they would already have like the model of like a giant gorilla. That would be pretty cool, like another Gorilla Grodd in there, a big ass gorilla. I think that one would be a given, probably just because they would already have the character model. And the other 2, I have no idea, but it would be awesome. Let me know what animals you guys would like to see Beast Boy shapeshift into in Injustice 2 if he was in the game. You guys could pick 4, I guess, because 4 directional buttons. That's how I think it would happen if he would have a shape-shifting ability. Obviously, it's his main ability. It would be his traits. And you pick left, right, up, down, depending on what animal you want. So let me know. 2Gamer asks, do you think any of Watchmen characters would make it into Injustice 2, like the comedian and Rorschach? I definitely think they would make it. They have a big chance to make it because Ed Boon, a couple of months ago at this point, had tweeted out, do you guys want Watchmen characters in Injustice 2, just out of the blue? And usually when Ed Boon tweets something like that, especially a poll, he wants community feedback. He wants, the fans to say yes or no, to give them an idea of whether it's something that will be received positive by the fans, and whether they can make the initial game or not, I have no idea. But DLC is definitely a possibility. Maybe a Watchmen DLC pack would be pretty cool. So yeah, I definitely think the comedian and Rorschach will probably be the 2 characters that I would say have the best chance to make it from the Overwatch roster. Unfortunately, as much as I would love Dr. Manhattan in there, I don't know if NetherRealm would put him in the game. But if it was up to me, you guys know Dr. Manhattan would be number 1. But I think the comedian and Rorschach would definitely have the best chance out of anyone to make it onto Injustice 2. So moving on here, Drop Bear asks, do you think Batman's solo movie having Deathstroke as an antagonist will mean that it will be a better chance for DLC, a Deathstroke DLC? If Deathstroke is in the game, I will buy it, especially if he has his Red Arkham origin / night costume. So I do think that Deathstroke being the main bad guy for the Batman solo movie would give him a chance to make it into DLC, like as DLC. I don't think he's gonna make it on the main roster. It's just a hunch, don't hate me for it if you guys love Deathstroke, but I do think that he has a good chance to be DLC because he is a fan favorite. Come on, like everyone loves Deathstroke. I think a lot of people want him back, and if he doesn't make it in the initial roster, I definitely think he has a strong chance of returning as DLC. He hasn't been DLC in any other, well, there's only been one other Injustice. Of course, he wasn't DLC there, so he of course has a chance to make it back as DLC, as a returning character. So I definitely think Deathstroke will be in Injustice 2. Whether it's going to be on the main roster or as DLC in the future, I definitely think he's going to be in the game. So moving on here, Alfredo asks, will the guest characters have gear system? Yes, all the guest characters will have gear implemented into the gear system. That part has me very excited because, depending on who makes it, a Mortal Kombat character, guest character, or, just a DC character, all of the DLC are going to have gear pieces and gear costumes, and then there's going to have other characters make appearances through the gear costumes. Oh man, like the sky's the limit with the gear system for Injustice 2. It has me really excited. Moving on here, Kaiju asks, would you like to see civilian skins for characters like Batman, Bruce Wayne, Supergirl, Kara Danvers? And that would be interesting. Batman or, Supergirl beating your ass in civilian clothing, Batman wearing a nice slick suit. That would be pretty cool. That's actually very interesting. You know what? I would not be surprised if NetherRealm has some sort of, casual or civilian clothes for characters in Injustice 2 in the gear system, because they can do so much with it. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. That's a really good idea. That would be pretty cool. I would definitely use a nice suit for, like a Clark Kent outfit for Superman. I would definitely use that. Moving on here, Dr. Constantine asks, who would you choose for guest characters for Injustice 2, Judge Dredd or Hit Girl? I would definitely pick Judge Dredd because I grew up watching the original Judge Dredd movie with Sylvester Stallone, and call me crazy, but as a kid, I thought that movie was sick. Especially the gun that Dredd had. Oh my god, that shit was awesome. It shot multiple style of bullet. It shot explosive rounds. I think it had a flamethrower. That thing was nuts, and I really like that movie. So I would like to see Judge Dredd be a guest character in Injustice 2. I actually would have had him in my guest character roster prediction. But the other characters that I chose like made it over him, and I do believe I had him at honorable mention now that I'm thinking about it. So we think alike, man. We think alike. Crazed asks, which Legion of Doom members would you like to see? I think the number 2 or the 2 like top members that people would want to see, like if people had the choice of any of those characters, I think people would choose Poison Ivy and Black Manta. So those are the 2 characters that I would go for if I would pick 2 characters from the Legion of Doom. Of course, you know, there's many characters to choose from, but in my opinion, I really want Poison Ivy to be in Injustice 2 because it'll complete the Gotham City Sirens if they put in Catwoman back in, which I think they will. So I really want to see Poison Ivy in Injustice 2. And Black Manta is a fan favorite. I think he will end up making it as DLC. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time.